National Tuberculosis Summit launched today. Alan Palkansu arrives. And IRC signs MOU with ICCC. A very good evening. This is National EMTV News. I'm Malinta Yopolo. Thank you for joining us. The Health Minister, Elias Kapavore, today declared war on tuberculosis in Papua New Guinea at the launch of the PNG National Tuberculosis Summit 2025 in Port Moresby. The PNG National Tuberculosis Summit 2025 will be held on August 11 to the 14th this year in Port Moresby. Acting Secretary for Health Ken Wise said today's launching is a start to generating interest to join the summit.
This summit is the ignition key. It is a platform where strategy, resources, and information or innovation converge. Here we will showcase cutting-edge tools, share best practices, forge partnerships that endure well beyond these walls. Crucially, we will align on a 5-year roadmap with measurable milestones so we can hold each other and myself accountable.
The Health Minister Elias Kapavore said Papua New Guinea has enough partners to address the increased statistics of tuberculosis.
In our statistics, we know where we are. We know what's happening. Goodness, this is my first time to see the statistics today. My first time. 90-40 people dying every day. That's serious enough. This is a crisis. We must acknowledge World Bank. They supported us with $15 million.
The minister said TB is a crisis that needs to be addressed collectively. He urged provincial health authorities, CEOs, to submit reports every 6 months.
Here's province by province. This is where you are, this is what you are doing, and you're going to report every 6 months. By 2 years, you report good, sack the CEO, everybody else out of the system, bring new people in.
In support of the war declared on TB in the country, the NCD governor and the chairman for PNG TB caucus, Poes Pakop, announced that NCD will support the summit with 50,000 kina. The health minister also announced that a fundraiser dinner for the summit will be held on the 30th of July. Meanwhile, the health minister says every patient has the right to access healthcare services in all health facilities in the country. He made this remark following reports on some health facilities refusing to take referral patients. Minister Kapavore said hospitals must not put up notices or circulars that are not approved by provincial health authorities or the health minister.
Some hospitals put up a notice up there saying they will not accept referral patients from other provinces. Who gave you the right to make that statement? Who gave you the right? You are there. Anybody, anyone at all from Simbu going to Mount Hagen, he has the right, she has the right to be treated anytime.
He said issues must be addressed collectively.
We are building a resilient system. With the support from our partners, we need to address this, put this together. Do not go ahead and put it. You must consult. Anything that affects the health of our people must come from the Minister for Health. Don't just put up circulars saying that we are not accepting any more referral from other provinces. What is your reason?
The Douglas A-20 Avok bomber aircraft has arrived in Port Moresby on an Australian Navy ship today.
We are here at Motokea Wharf to witness the unloading of Douglas A-20 Avok bomber aircraft, which was arrived today in Port Moresby by an Australian Navy ship.
After 8 decades, an American bomber known as the Allen Pelican II is making its way back to Papua New Guinea, where it crash-landed during World War II. The Douglas A-20 Havoc bomber was loaded by crane onto the Navy's ADV Reliant ship at Townsville after being transported by truck. from the Royal Australian Air Force Base at Amberley near Ipswich, Queensland. It took the crew 3 days to reach PNG from Queensland to arrive in Port Moresby. The squadron leader, Paul Hb, gave an highlight of the aircraft.
It's a Havoc A-20G light bomber that was utilised by the US Air Force, Australia, Soviet Union, the French, the British. So it was a fairly wide-scale twin-engine light bomber. This one here is called a Havoc. So it actually had guns in the front. So it was also used as a ground attack aircraft. As well as a light bomber.
Museum
no,
showpiece.
It is definitely not airworthy. It's a pure museum piece, and it was always meant to be set up as a museum piece. We do have where we didn't have original parts, we remanufactured, or we replicas and things like that. So just recently, we had to take out a lot of the instruments out.
As you can see, the aircraft is now being unloaded and will be put onto the truck and will be taken to the National Museum to be placed in there.
The squadron leader said his team will be here to assist the people that will look after the aircraft at the National Museum.
What we're hoping to do out of this, we have a memorandum of understanding with the New Guinea Defence Force and the museum. So what we will do while we're here is that we'll show people what they need to do to look after this aircraft, and we will be available for advice through our MOU that we're going to sign with them to provide them advice to get them up to speed. The aircraft itself is fully restored, so we have got maintenance instructions for it that we will provide. The New Guinea Defence Force is quite interested, so we have been speaking with the ATW here. So we can show some of their people what they need to do to look after these historic aircraft, because you do have quite a few here.
The delivery of Alan Pelican 2 recognizes Australia's and PNG's shared history, with the aircraft being a permanent representation of the long-standing cooperation and close defense relationship forged in the shared sacrifice during World War II. The aircraft had been on display at the RAF Amberley Aviation Heritage Centre since 1996 until a suitable location to permanently house the aircraft was found in PNG. Samantha Solomon, National EMTV News.
NESFund has recognized Coffee Industry Corporation as the best employer with employer voluntary contributions for the past year. This was revealed at the NESFund's annual Islands Employer Conference held in Mount Hagen today.
The occasion held at the Highlander Hotel is the third in a series of 4 conferences being rolled out across the country. These regional events bring employers together to gather updates on superannuation and encourage best practices for all employers and their respective staff. A key moment at today's conference was the recognition of the Coffee Industry Corporation Limited, who received 2 awards from NESFund Chief Executive Officer Mr. Rajiv Sharma. CIC Limited won the Best Employer with Employer Voluntary Contributions Award and also won the runner-up award for Most Compliant Employer in Mandatory Contributions. Mr. Sharma said these awards reflect CIC's ongoing commitment to looking after its employees' future through regular and voluntary super contributions. Other employer award recipients from the recognition included Lahani Finance and Jojo Enterprises Limited. Pakatamboa, National EMTV News.
The Internal Revenue Commission and the Independent Consumer and Competition Commission have signed a memorandum of understanding today. This is to pave way for the 2 state agencies to share vital information to enforce the goods and services tax 0 rating on essential goods.
During the MOU signing at the IRC headquarters in Port Moresby today, Mr. Coim said the retail sector has been challenging to administer and manage, resulting in IRC's inability to correctly audit, assess and penalize non-compliant taxpayers. He said a collaborative approach with the ICCC will mitigate the issue.
I would like to
remove the GST, purportedly seem to be removing it, but on the other side, the actual price is still going up. We know the behavior because most of these shop owners who do that are the ones who have not been remitting the GST as well. They are the non-compliant ones. And they will be the ones who will be standing out. Sometimes in this exercise, we will catch them. Those who have been below the radar all the time will be caught out. So that's something, and we do have offices all around the country, especially IRC and ICCC, I believe. So we will be conducting those joint operations. There's a
ICCC Commissioner Paulus Ain said the MOU will assist ICCC to be aware of the tax compliance status of entities they regulate to encourage price control and competition.
IRC, ICCC. So we bring the best possible outcome that we can through this government decision. So
Mr. Ain said the ICCC is in the process of prosecuting businesses that have violated price control measures, and the MOU is another boost.
159. We have taken them to court. So those same experiences now we are bringing together with IRC, and we will work together. And we are aware of who you are. So this is now a policy by the government and through Parliament.
Meanwhile, IRC Commissioner General Sam Koim appealed to the business houses to strictly follow the GST zero rating measures because there will be consequences if they fail to comply. Pakatambua, National EMTV News.
Independent Consumer and Competition Commission have raised concerns on the transfer of vehicle registration and driver licensing functions from Motor Vehicle Insurance Limited to Road Transport Authority.
In an interview today, the ICCC Commissioner Paulus Ain said the transfer of functions from MVIL to Road Transport Authority could lead to service disruptions that will negatively impact consumers.
In the process of this transition, largely the PNG owners and vehicle owners and those recipients of those services are being affected as a result of this transition. So we were, on behalf of our consumers, raising those concerns with the two agencies responsible to make sure that the transition is smooth and does not disrupt the consumers or the services.
The Commissioner said RTA do not have the capacity to provide reliable and timely services. Mr. Ain said there is need for public awareness and the transfer of functions has to be carefully planned to ensure there is a smooth transition.
The insurance cover, you go to MVIL, then you're registering a vehicle, you have to go to RTA. So before we had one-stop shop with MVIL. With this arrangement, our people, so given that now we have two separate agencies, they need to streamline, so user-friendly for the vehicle owners to come in and register.
Pakatambua, National EMTV News.
National EMTV News continues after the break. Stay with us.
Chicken kebab saja nak? Yum!
Beef stir fry.
Chicken curry, my favorite.
Kebabs for you.
Yum!
Stir fry for you. And chicken curry for us.
Magic in every meal, one cube at a time.
Enjoy more talk, more text, and more time online with Telecom More Bundles. Choose from 8 plans ranging from 3 kina with 600 megabytes of data all the way up to 75 kina, loaded with a massive 35 gig. Best of all, each plan comes with an unlimited on-network call minutes plus on-net and off-net talk and text. That's way more time to chat with family and friends. Telecom More Bundles. Top up now.
Hi, I'm Chef Jules Henow, and this is where my true inspiration for cooking started. Like most of us, I learned to cook from my mum. Nothing beats simple recipes where fresh local produce is at the heart, especially when it's a home-cooked meal, prepared and shared with the ones you love. And in PNG, no meal is complete without rice. And my choice is always True Guy. True Guide, true inspiration through generations.
Dreaming for more than the life we've known. There is more to what the future holds. You me holy man, no walk one time. Oh, 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 oh. We dare to believe in incredible things. Oh, 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 oh. With money plus we're ready to go.
At IPI Catering, we understand the intricacies of the environments in which we work, providing innovative, fresh and creative catering solutions. Our experience and commitment is a winning combination, delivering great food anywhere and anytime. IPI Catering, part of the IPI group of companies.
From the mountains to the seas to global markets, the National Fisheries Authority proudly celebrates 50 years of growth. We're advancing tuna domestication, aquaculture, coastal fisheries, and sustainable fisheries management. Through stakeholder consultations, policy reforms, and stronger surveillance, we're protecting PNG's marine wealth and shaping a sustainable future. National Fisheries Authority, sustaining our future, empowering our nation.
This Thursday on Sports Scene, we talk about the SP Sports Awards night this weekend.
For this year, we received a total of 210 nominations.
And we chat with Cricket PNG about the recent Grassroots to Global Forum. Sports Scene this Thursday at 7 p.m. on your number one to watch, EMTV.
You're watching National EMTV News. Prime Minister James Marape has revealed that Papua New Guinea has requested a Schengen visa arrangement from France for Papua New Guineans traveling to France.
As discussions are ongoing at the United Nations Oceans Conference, Prime Minister James Marape said they have requested to have a Schengen visa arrangement for Papua New Guineans who are traveling to France. He said they would like to have visa on arrival for PNG people who are traveling. A Schengen visa is a short-stay visa that allows non-European nationals to travel and stay in the Schengen area for up to 90 days within any 180-day period. Meanwhile, Prime Minister said they will soon be allocating an ambassador to Paris. He said this after requesting the French government, through President His Excellency Emmanuel Macron, to allocate an office space in Paris for PNG Embassy. The United Nations Ocean Conference started on Monday and is still ongoing. Prime Minister James Marape has also requested the French government to invest in PNG. Prime Minister said PNG is willing to give a special economic zone designated only for French investments and industries. Samantha Solomon, National EMTV News.
The 226 probationary constables from the National Center of Excellence at Bomena are set to be deployed to various centers in the country commencing this Friday, 13th of June.
Acting Assistant Commissioner in charge of the Constabulary's Human Resources Division, Gaivari Tinga, explained that the probationary constables are still under the radar of Bomana Center of Excellence, at least for the next 18 months when they undergo their competency acquisition program. Throughout the 18 months competency acquisition program, regional training officers along with provincial training officers will assess their performances and upgrade them accordingly. According to Acting ACP Tinga, the Highlands region will receive a total of 78 of these pass-out, whilst Border Command will receive 31 and Constabulary's Northern Command will receive a total of 27. The New Guinea Highlands Command is set to receive a total of 50 pass-outs, with each of the 5 provinces receiving 10 respectively. Acting ACP Tinga reminded the police graduates on the pledge of loyalty they signed, which was endorsed by the police commissioner. He encouraged them to serve with pride, dignity, dedication, and honesty. Benson Wema, National EMTV News.
The Boroko Market Jobs Vendors Association Incorporation was formally launched yesterday at Port Moresby Nature Park. The launching was followed by the presentation of the association's development plans to the National Capital District's Commissioner for Women, Janet Awa.
Association President Martha S. Senas said the Jobs Vendors Association comprises of Shimbu, Hagen, Apo, Boroko, and Sipik mothers who sell their products at the Boroko Crafts Market in 4 Mile. She said the purpose of the association launching was to get responsible authorities to build a permanent marketplace for the mothers to sit and sell their products.
Our profile is already there. Now me like him. You governor must work in Boroko Market, building Boroko Market. Me plus sleepy mall pignini, na mosquito kake mall, me plus sit down logram malo, sunny iti me bla, and me bla enough finish. Me bla like go the next step. Please, Governor. Please, Governor, bla like you must build in Boroko Market.
In response to the concerns raised, National Capital District Commission Market Manager Charlie Pengis said the city administration faces a lot of challenges to manage the informal markets.
You organize good na staff, support come and back come down lo you blah. And you making work lo me blah city authority easy to work. Time you organize the same group na you come lo me blah look survey yourself. This la group M1 blah genuine recognized group where me blah can support him na help him.
However, Mr. Pengis said the NCDC board had approved for a multi-layer market to be built in Boroko. Adding to this, NCDC Women's Commissioner Janet Howard said 2 weeks ago Governor Pakop announced for a 3-story building to be built in the Boroko area, purposely to cater for market vendors.
Subscribe you na talk you. You know now you come walking, you cry na talk. You rebel market manager, carry me go on top, only get them to protocol is stable. Carry me come no third, fourth man become, come na, reaching board finish, now board, chairman no, NCDC board, governor post back up, and we put him out finish, na market become, legally time, market by arrive the right timing.
She encouraged the association mothers to visit her office on Monday to launch their NID applications if they plan to engage with banks like the Mama Bank. Jacinta Doctor, National EMTV News.
In the heart of Goroka in Eastern Highlands Province, Lokia Epi, an accountant by profession, has transformed a village coffee buying venture into a thriving hire car business.
Mr. Happy works with the Coffee Industry Corporation Limited, a statutory agency supporting Papua New Guinea's coffee sector. His entrepreneurial skills led him to purchase his first, second and Ford Ranger Ute in 2019 to support with his coffee buying operations. Inspired by his interactions with Ayaka clients while managing CICL accounts, he saw an opportunity. That same year, he bought a second-hand Toyota Land Cruiser, marking the beginning of his Ayaka business, which is the Mike's Car Services. With unwavering determination and support from his late wife, Miss Trina Lokia, who worked at the National Development Bank in Goroka, Mr. Happy expanded his fleet. In 2021, they secured personal loans to acquire a Toyota Land Cruiser 5-door. Then in 2023, they took their first loan from NDB to purchase a 10-seater. Later that year, another 5-door was added, which was bought outright from their pockets. Recalling back on how his IRC business started, Mr. Happy said, "Dreams may be free, but it comes into reality when one takes the risk and faces it." Adding to the success of Mr. Happy, NDB Acting Chief Executive Officer David Munaga said NDB commits to promote Papua New Guinean businesses. Mr. Munaga encouraged aspiring entrepreneurs to use NDB's support system, which extends from financial assistance to business advisory services. Jacinta Doctor, National MTV News.
Now we take a look at the Nest Fund market report. The kina closed unchanged at $0.2433 in the interbank market. At Bank South Pacific, your kina was buying $0.2358 $0.3588 Australian dollars, 0.1984 euro, and 33.81 Japanese yen. Looking at commodity prices at New York close, gold is trading higher, coffee closed lower, cocoa closed lower, copper closed unchanged, palm oil closed lower, crude oil is trading higher, and copper closed higher. And on the stock market, the Dow Jones closed higher, the ASX 200 is trading higher, the All Ordinaries is trading higher. National MTV News continues after the break. Stay with us.
Dear son, you ask me how I live such a good life. Yes, I've had some good luck, like the day I met your mother. But it wasn't always that way. I've made some good choices too, like working hard and keeping my super with NASFAN. They looked after it for me, which meant I could concentrate on looking after my family. Living each day, knowing that when the time came, I'd be ready for tomorrow. Love, Dad.
Pepsi bottle. Tell him shorty come get it in. Come grind on me, but met it in. Mommy get loose, get loose, get loose. Pepsi in my hand, ice cold, no excuse. I tell him who's gonna bring the roof down. Pepsi with the fresh sound. Tell him who's gonna bring the roof down. Pepsi with that fresh sound. Pepsi, give me some Pepsi bottle. Pepsi, you like it? Pepsi, you like it? Pepsi bottle.
So fresh, so clean with Sudso.
Hi, I'm Chef Jules Henao, and this is where my true inspiration for cooking started. Like most of us, I learned to cook from my mum. Nothing beats simple recipes where fresh local produce is at the heart, especially when it's a home-cooked meal, prepared and shared with the ones you love. And in PNG, no meal is complete without rice. And my choice is always True Guy. True Guy, true inspiration through generations.
Join us weekly on MTV News, A Closer Look, the current affairs program that brings you insight for the latest on education, health,
Healing to all the residents.
business,
Here launched its VPN.
politics,
to infiltrate into our systems.
Sports and more.
Park as we observe the preparations for the women's.
A closer look, Sunday at 7 p.m. on your number one to watch, MTV.
You're watching National MTV News. To mark the first event in this year's Protected Areas Workshop Series, staff of Conservation and Environment Protection Authority underwent a 2-day film-making training.
The media training was run by Concept Management and Baru Film Production. It aims to boost participants' confidence in generating high-quality content for protected communities, document conservation successes, and policy impacts. The training is the opening act of this year's Protected Areas Workshop Series, which runs from June through to the end of August. Hosted by SEPA and funded under the UNDP Jeff 6 project, the series delivers vital awareness campaigns, financial literacy training, and opportunity pathways to communities living within PNG's protected area zones. Senior Program Officer Madeline Lahari highlights the functions of the Protected Area Branch.
Our roles and responsibilities within the branch is going out to the communities, working along with the communities in establishing protected areas. Currently, Papua New Guinea has about 61 protected areas.
Program Officer under the Protected Area Branch, Edwin James explains the importance of the media training.
Use the equipment to support the community, translate the message out of the remote areas to the global community for them to know what the community has been doing in the remote parts of the area.
Through these workshops, SEPA and its partners reaffirm their commitment to empowering officers and communities alike, ensuring that the voices and achievements of protected area stewards are heard loud and clear globally. Amanda Ilaitia, National MTV News.
The member for Kairuku District, Peter Iso Aimo, has presented IT equipment to the Berena Police Station to improve their operations and policing.
The equipment at a cost of 16,700 kina was presented to Central Police Hierarchy in Port Moresby today.
IT equipment in laptop printers, extra printers and cartridges for this IT equipment worth well over 16,000 kina, purchased specifically to help Berena Police Station.
MP Iso Aimo said more attention will be on the Berena Police Station.
And Berena Police Stations in Kairuku District. And we keep paying more attention in that the Berena police station building is now been fully renovated, but it seems like we're going to have to spend more money doing additions to the cell block because the cell block cannot hold to capacity the number of suspects.
He also elaborated on the challenges.
Land is an issue, but within what we've got already, we'll try to squeeze up some accommodation, at least 2 staff housing to house the senior police officers.
Representing the Provincial Police Commander for Central, Inspector Kingsley Lua thanked the DDA, stating that the presentation was timely.
It's been a timely assistance given, especially when we are coming close to our elections and other projects, major projects coming up in Kairuku.
Kairuku Police Station Commander Inspector William Oiba expressed similar sentiments.
Now with this, provided now it will make it more easier for me and my policemen to do
all arrests at Verena police station and will direct to either court or at Boroko.
Lorraine Jimal, National EMTV News.
The daily police operations in Jiwaka province will now be easier with the launching of the 2 Quick Response Unit vehicle recently by the Provincial Police Commander.
PPC, as he said, everyday police officers, and so they are up to date in coping with challenges of law and order. He explained the Quick Response Unit vehicles is really assisting them well.
I just recently launched the Quick Response Unit for Jiwaka province, and my 2 vehicles that are doing a very good job throughout the province. And those are the policemen who are performing their duties with traffic, CID, prosecution, performing their duties. There's no problem about it.
With the current coffee season in the province, PPC has noted a lot of stealing taking place in the coffee plantations. This has resulted in securities stationed at various plantations in the province.
Stealing is the biggest problem here now we are facing. And normally the tribals, they attack each other because other people who don't own the plantations, coffee plantations, do go in and steal because of the increase of the prices of coffee.
He urged the people of Jiwaka to refrain from partaking in such activity and work together with police in reducing such activity.
So those are factors that I see that people should use their God-given brain to think before they do things. If the coffee plantation doesn't belong to them, why going in there and stealing?
Benson Wema, National EMTV News.
Moving to overseas news, U.S. President Donald Trump has doubled down on his decision to send federal troops to Los Angeles and warned any protest marking the Army's 250th anniversary this weekend.
In downtown Los Angeles here, and it's a pretty chaotic scene. It's not violent, but it's a tense standoff. There are a lot of Los Angeles Police Department officers here, LAPD. You can see lines of them around me, helicopters flying overhead. And in the building just at the back there, which is the detention centre where some of those undocumented migrants were taken on Friday, which sparked all of these demonstrations, are national lines of National Guard. And you can see that there's a lot of LAPD officers here standing, and behind them on horseback have come in some reinforcements. There are some protesters have been walking down this street, and a lot of them are now apparently surrounded and trapped inside there. And reportedly the LAPD are taking the names and phone numbers of those people. So we don't quite know what the evening will bring here as the afternoon sort of becomes evening.
John, Trump is doubling down on his rhetoric.
Yeah, he certainly is. He has said, for example, that the governor of California, Gavin Newsom, he has said should be, it would be great if he was arrested. He routinely calls him Gavin Newscum. He gives him that nickname on Truth Social. Now, the governor in response has said, what has America come to when the President of the United States is calling for the arrest of a democratically elected governor of California? And so, above all of this street tension and these clashes that have been going on, is this big political drama between the President and the governor of California, which certainly doesn't help resolve this situation.
Generations of Army heroes did not shed their blood on distant shores only to watch our country be destroyed by invasion and third world lawlessness here at home, like is happening in California. As Commander-in-Chief, I will not let that happen. It's never going to happen. What you're witnessing in California is a full-blown assault on peace, on public order, and on national sovereignty carried out by rioters bearing foreign flags with the aim of continuing a foreign invasion of our country. We're not going to let that happen.
National EMTV News continues after the break with Trukai Sports. Stay with us.
From the mountains to the seas to global markets, the National Fisheries Authority proudly celebrates 50 years of growth. We're advancing tuna domestication, aquaculture, coastal fisheries, and sustainable fisheries management. Through stakeholder consultations, policy reforms, and stronger surveillance, we're protecting PNG's marine wealth and shaping a sustainable future. National Fisheries Authority, sustaining our future, empowering our nation.
Hilton Port Moresby Hotel and Residence. Hilton Port Moresby Hotel and Residence. Your stay, your house, your home.
Are you tired of standing in those long lines to get your jackpot tickets? Guess what? You never have to with Telecom USSD jackpot ticket purchase. Simply dial *321#, follow the prompts, and you are set for your jackpot draw. It's as easy as 3, 2, 1. Telecom PNG, connecting you anywhere, anytime.
Accept the challenge. Choose PNG's favorite purified bottled water. True Wara, 100% PNG made.
Proudly bottled by Paradise Foods.
Join me on House and Home for all your home and lifestyle improvements.
It's not rocket science. And many of these things too, like I didn't go to school, I teach myself.
From Hatok Man, health and fitness, interest stories, gardening tips, out and about, pet care, and many more. Join me every Tuesday, 7 p.m. on your number one to watch, EMTV.
Tukai Sports.
Welcome to Chuka Sports. Despite last week's tough loss to the Redcliffe Dolphin, Paul Aiton and the PNG Hunters boys are not giving up. With heads held high, they are focused on what's next.
The PNG Hunters may have lost to the Dolphins last weekend, but head coach Paul Aiton says the team's spirit is still strong. During the training today, Coach Aiton noted the game as not expected, but will learn from it and move forward.
I think moving away from what we were doing really well, we started grinding teams really well, and we started moving away from that. So maybe the thought process is we can score off every play, which I don't think that's a good mentality or a mindset leading into games. So we've really big focus on how we complete our sets and being patient with the ball. I think that's probably the biggest thing that we're focused on this week, and just trusting in each other that we can defend well, we can attack well, and just trusting the process. And trying not to win it in the first 5 minutes or the first 2 sets, just staying in the game and just, challenging them and seeing who can grind out the longest. And then if that's a contest, then I think we'll come out on top.
Aiton is aiming high with young talent stepping up and the team building momentums.
It's good. I think the boys are really good. Have had one of our best sessions. It was really good. I said, whatever that was, just bottle it and just keep it. So we can, when you have sessions like that, it's really good to coach. So I love the energy, considering that it was a tough video session. Some tough things were said, and then the boys to be able to bounce back after that and give such a great session. It gives me good signs.
Hunters will face the Falcons here in Port Moresby Santos National Football Stadium this coming weekend and are ready to hunt for victory. Amanda Ilaitia, Trukai Sports.
The stage is set for the inaugural Rigo Rice Cup Grand Final showdown with 200,000 up for grabs at Port Moresby Sir Hubert Murray Stadium tomorrow between the visiting Moorabbin Pride and Southside Dolphins.
The inaugural will be put to end tomorrow with Pride taking on Dolphins in the grand final, while Mono Mutrus will face Talai Spartans in the third place playoff. The game is set to kick off at 2:30 p.m. Pride's coach Kerry Tapako says they came a long way and they will only prove their worth on the field to play tomorrow.
We were here for the last 14 to 15 weeks. Our patience had paid us, and our sacrifices has also, and we are looking forward to the big game tomorrow.
His captain Jackie Winners said they are ready to take on the Dolphins to shoot their shot for the grand prize.
Plenty struggles along the way, but there's a strong match since long the road. Hold on tight to look forward to the main goal Wichamba. Come off tomorrow.
The home side Dolphins coach Solian Bagelo, on the other hand, says his team has been preparing well in the last 2 weeks and they will now need to manage their game to win.
Show the character in the boys after building a bond together and trusting each other over time, but probably came good at the right time. Yeah.
Moreover, Rigo Rice Cup competition Chief Executive Officer Mac Steve Pauly added that they will have the prize presentation after the games. He also added that security personnel will be present to ensure smooth flow of the game.
We're picking up cash tomorrow, so we talk 300,000. We'll be sitting with the cup on the field while you play.
Joel Mipari, Trukai Sports.
Milne Bay will once again be represented in the Papua New Guinea's Premier Soccer League competition with the entry of Kula FC into the competition. Kula has confirmed their registration with the backing of various stakeholders to have their talented players showcase their skills on the bigger arena.
FC! Kula! FC!
Aiming at bringing a new taste of football into the competition, the Kula FC patron and member for Alatau, Ricky Morris, is glad to show his support behind the team with the aim to assist the youth from his area.
It's a moment not just for football, but it reflects our vision and our plans to empower our youth and our young people back home. And it's a meaningful opportunity for most of these young players here who come from a village or rural setting. Back in Alotau, and to come this far to participate at this level, it's a very momentous occasion for them. And I want to congratulate the coach and everyone that have put their effort together to make this possible for not only for Alotau district, but for Milne Bay as a whole.
Also there at the event was the opposition leader and member for Kirina and Good Enough, Douglas Tumuriesa, encouraged the players and further elaborated on what Kula means to the people of Milne Bay.
And so, through the Kula trade, that is an example of friendship and togetherness. But you in soccer, that is what you carry, the Kula. You represent Milne Bay as ambassadors of the Kula name to create friendship amongst other soccer players. He's spoken about the two teams to represent Papua New Guinea. Here it gives you the opportunity to bring the Kula message into the Pacific, into our region. And so you're wearing a hat that speaks about our tradition, our customs, and the society that some of us are entrenched in. Some of us are deeply rooted in. Some of your parents, your boo-boos as well, are into the system as well.
Jonathan Sibona, Shukai Sports.
Trukai Sports continues after the break. Stay with us.
Trukai Sports.
Chicken kebab saja, yum.
Beef stir fry.
Chicken curry, my favorite.
Kebabs for you.
Yum.
Stir fry for you. And chicken curry for us.
Magic in every meal, one cube at a time.
Dear son, you ask me how I live such a good life. Yes, I've had some good luck, like the day I met your mother. But it wasn't always that way. I've made some good choices too, like working hard and keeping my super with NASFAN. They looked after it for me, which meant I could concentrate on looking after my family. Living each day, knowing that when the time came, I'd be ready for tomorrow. Love, Dad.
You get big data and big value with Telecom Goodpilla mobile data plans. From only 3 kina, you get 1 gig for 24 hours. And for only 150 kina, you get 130 gigs over a whopping 30 days. And with loads of Goodpilla data plans to choose from, there's a small, medium or large plan to match your budget. Dial *777# to subscribe. Telecom, connecting you anywhere, anytime.
Got some real dirty trouble? Then you'll need Big Bubbles. Only B29 contains water guards to let the quality active ingredients get to work on the toughest dirt in any kind of water. B29's Big Bubbles leaves your clothes fresh and clean. B29 gives you big bubbles and more clean for your cleanup. Clean up your wash day troubles with the toughest detergent powder in PNG.
Kids, I'm Steffi. Join me on Kids Corner for story time, simple and creative arts and crafts, career corner, nature time, field trips, and not forgetting our cartoons and children entertainment shows. Join me every weekdays from 3:30 to 5:30 for Kids Corner on your number one to watch, MTV.
Hi, I'm Chef Jules Henao, and this is where my true inspiration for cooking started. Like most of us, I learned to cook from my mum. Nothing beats simple recipes where fresh local produce is at the heart, especially when it's a home-cooked meal, prepared and shared with the ones you love. And in PNG, no meal is complete without rice. And my choice is always Trukai. Trukai, true inspiration through generations.
You're watching Trukai Sports. Port Moresby National School of Excellence today featured a jersey gift from personal assistant of former SP Hunters and Kumu's coach ahead of a corporate dinner to raise funds for the school's library.
Isimel Marnapal, who is the personal assistant of former Kumuls and PNG Hunters coach and current East New Britain Governor Michael Marum, presented these jerseys. Mr. Marnapal made these remarks during the presentation.
Vision Blow Governor, East New Britain. So now when people come here and people something people working law school and people look save long school or need belong and law only working fundraising law renovation law library law.
Mr. Marnapal presented the Kumul's jersey with a complimentary of the 2025 Egmak Gurias jersey to the school principal, Mr. Teddy Ferrier, in regards to the upcoming library maintenance project. Meanwhile, Mr. Ferrier noted the importance of the initiative.
Yeah, actually, the donation given to us by the Kumul's team or the governor of East New Britain province, definitely whatever amount that we will raise out of this jersey, definitely it will going to help us to improve our library, because that's our main target for this initiative.
The school will also hold a corporate dinner on July 5 at Dynasty. Money raised will help fix the school library. Joel Mipari, Trukai Sports.
And that ends Trukai Sports. The Money Plus weather report is next. Stay with us.
Trukai Sports. Trukai Sports.
Hi, I'm Chef Jules Henao, and this is where my true inspiration for cooking started. Like most of us, I learned to cook from my mum. Nothing beats simple recipes where fresh local produce is at the heart, especially when it's a home-cooked meal, prepared and shared with the ones you love. And in PNG, no meal is complete without rice. And my choice is always Trukai. Trukai, true inspiration through generations.
Hilton Port Moresby Hotel and Residence. Hilton Port Moresby Hotel and Residence. Your stay, your house, your home.
Tell him shorty come get it in. Come grind on me, but met it in. Mommy get loose, get loose, get loose. Pepsi in my hand, ice cold, no excuse. I tell him who's gonna bring that groove down. Pepsi with the fresh sound. Tell him who's gonna bring that groove down. Pepsi with that fresh sound. Pepsi, give me some Pepsi, Pepsi, you like it? Pepsi, you like it? Pepsi,
This Thursday on Sports Scene, we talk about the SP Sports Awards night this weekend.
For this year, we received a total of 210 nominations.
And we chat with Cricket PNG about the recent Grassroots to Global Forum. Sports Scene this Thursday at 7 p.m. on your number one to watch, EMTV.
Dreaming for more than the life we've known. There is more to what the future holds. You be holy, man, no walk one time. Oh, 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 oh. We dare to believe in incredible things. Oh, 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 oh. With money plus we're ready to go.
This weather update is proudly brought to you by MoneyPlus, with you always.
The Money Plus weather report for the next 24 hours. In the southern region, Port Moresby, partly cloudy, and Popondetta, partly cloudy with some rain to rain showers and thunderstorms.
The weather update was proudly brought to you by MoneyPlus, with you always.
And that wraps up the news, sports and weather for Wednesday, 11th of June, 2025. From all of us here, pleasant viewing and good night.
This news program was proudly brought to you by Smart Start Breakfast Biscuits and Gold Nuggets.
Coming up next, 7 p.m. Kite Time, 7:30 p.m. Talk Vision News Headlines, followed by Vocal Fusion Season 12, 9 p.m. Shot Shield Rugby, 11 p.m. National EMTV News Replay.